6th grade, Estevan Vega began writing what would become his first novel. Since then, he's released 4 novels and a collection of short stories. His newest release, Ashes, is the sequel to Arson, his most popular novel to date. Joining me now is Estevan Vega. Welcome to Connecticut Style. Welcome back, I should say.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me again.
So let's talk about the Idaho Book Extravaganza. You just got back from there.
Yeah, and it took me actually 3 planes to get back here.
Did it
I was in
really?
4 different time zones, so that was pretty intense.
Wow.
Yeah, so Idaho is actually where my publisher is stationed, Stonehouse Inc. And so my publisher, Aaron Patterson, actually throws this convention once a year, and it's in downtown Boise, and it's a writers' conference for people who want to know a little bit more about the book industry or ebook publishing or anything like that. And so I was one of the speakers. That was pretty cool.
Wow, that is great. I have to ask you, how did you get started? What kind of motivated you to write a book at such a young age?
My 5th grade teacher.
No kidding.
Yeah, I wasn't a crazy fan of hers, but she actually was the impetus for me actually beginning writing, because when I was in 5th grade, she assigned us these essays or short stories, whatever you want to call them, and they were due every day. And my dad actually was the one who sat down with me and said, "Okay, Estevan, close your eyes. We're going to picture this new world." And so he kind of helped me, you know, sketch out my future, I guess.
And the rest is history at this point, right?
Yeah, he didn't even know probably what was going to happen, but I kind of I took off. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your first book, Ashes.
Okay. Well, it's actually my 4th book.
Oh,
but
it's
a sequel to Arson, which is my 3rd, but it's book 1 in the Arson series. So it gets kind of confusing, I guess, when you start with the numbers. But
all right,
yeah.
so break it down. What is it about? What is it about?
Well, Arson is about a 17-year-old boy who was born with the ability to create fire with his thoughts, and the story really kind of takes off when he meets this strange girl who moves in next door, and she's really insecure about the way that she looks, because when she was a little girl, she got into an accident that scarred up her face, so she feels ugly naturally. So she walks around with that creepy mask that you see on the cover as her way of kind of sliding into this new persona or identity, if you will. Oh. And then Ashes picks up where book 1 leaves off.
I see. Now, is this geared towards people your age, adults? What do you think? Well,
I started Arson when I was 17, so I wrote it with the intention of teenagers gravitating towards it. So I've had actually people from 5th and 6th grade up into college to your grandmother's age, honestly. So
wow.
It's written primarily for the young adult or thriller market, but it's one of those things where it's really got something for everyone to identify with.
And you mentioned you have a series of short stories.
Yes, When Colors Bleed actually was published back in March, and I think they'll see all the covers there. It's 3 different short stories. They all have to do with colors, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, how interesting. Now, you're from Connecticut, you live in Connecticut. Where can people see you?
Actually, I'm going to be at holiday cinemas pretty much a bunch of times during the holiday season, coincidentally. So look for me, anytime in December, and I'm also going to be hitting up some schools in the area. So right now I'm booking schools, Milford and Colchester. I'm trying to get into Portland and some other ones. So if you guys are teachers out there, librarians, hit me up. I'd love to come and chat with you guys.
So what's the reaction when people realize you're pretty young to be doing this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty much across the board. Some people, a lot of them, I guess, it blows their mind, I guess, a little bit, because they're like, "You're so young." A lot of them don't believe that I'm my age, and then I tell them, "Oh,
well,
this is my 4th book."
How, I mean, it's
I'm
okay
22.
Okay.
Yeah. So my first book came out when I was 15, and I've been writing for about 10 years, but published for 7. So
what's next? What's on tap?
Well, I'm going to be working on book 3, but before that, I'm going to be releasing another short story that I'm working on right now, and another novel tentatively titled The Doorway.
How interesting.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Do you have a website?
Yep, EstevanVega.com. I'm also on Twitter at Estevan Vega, and I'm on Facebook. We are Arson.
Okay, so again, one more time, your book signing, your upcoming book signing?
I'm going to be at holiday cinemas for a lot of book signings coming up for the weekend, so just check with them or check my website.
All right, very good. The name again, the book is Ashes. Estevan, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.